We are tied to the ocean, and when we go back to the sea, whether it is to sail or to watch it, we are going back from whence we came.
I'm Captain Farley Cox, and I have a story that needs to be told. My wife and I had a dream, and that dream was to start a dive charter business. And in 2001, we found this magnificent ship. We bought the boat in Nantucket and sailed her from Nantucket to Gulfport, Mississippi. We outfitted her and got the boat to Belize and started our dive charter business. And we were doing quite well. And then I got the call. My wife, Joanne, was diagnosed with breast cancer. I left the boat in the hands of my crew and a local captain and returned back home to be with my wife. Unfortunately, after 2 years of a hard-fought battle, we were told that this cancer had metastasized into her bones, and 3 months later, I lost her. Needless to say, that was heartbreaking for me and my son and daughter. But as devastating as that news was, it turned out that leaving my business in the control of others was a recipe for disaster. The business venture went south and the boat was unfortunately taken by Central American pirates. She was stripped of everything they could remove from her, but she was still intact. Between my wife's illness, raising 2 small children, the recovery and maintenance of Wandia while in Central America, I was cast into a financial crisis. I moved the boat to the Rio Dulce River in Guatemala in 2004. And in 2005, Hurricane Katrina struck the Mississippi Gulf Coast, which was devastating to our area. It took 11 years to come up with enough money to bring my boat out of the Rio Dulce River. And on Father's Day of 2016, I sailed Wandia into the port of Gulfport, where she sits today. I'm standing here on the decks of the sailing vessel Wandia, and like all the people who have visited this vessel, I am still amazed at the craftsmanship that was built into this boat.
I've been working with Gene on the restoration of this boat for about 5 months. When I first heard his story, the story of the man, and then the story of the boat, it touched my heart, and to me it was like a storybook of love, tragedy, and triumph.
I've known Captain Farley for over 10 years. His story is unique. The story of Wandia is even more unique.
Wandia is a very special ship. She was built by a gentleman by the name of Hans Peter New, one of the truly great shipbuilders of our time. Hans Peter New built this boat in Belize, and he found every tree that this vessel is built out of. He bought the tree, cut the tree, hauled the tree back to the sawmill, hewn every log and every timber that goes into this boat.
I've been volunteering on Wandia for the past 6 months. It's a lot of work ahead of us. Wandia sat in fresh water for 7 years. This is a wooden boat. When a wooden boat sits in salt water, it keeps it pickled. Fresh water, however, causes a lot of rot. So we have been working diligently to restore the decks. We've got them all stripped down, we've got them recalked, and we're getting ready to put a fresh coat of paint on board. When we get her out of the water, we're going to be dealing with the real serious issues.
We have to get her to the yard very quickly because she's an old wooden boat that needs some help. She got planks that need to be replaced, and we're headed for the yard.
I'm on the restoration crew out here. I really enjoy restoring old historic buildings, and this boat is every bit of the challenge as a 4-story building in the French Quarter.
The crew are very close, have become closer through working on the boat. The outcome is to put this beautiful old boat back to sea.
The restoration of Wandia is not just something for me. The restoration of this fine ship is for the world to enjoy. Some of the nonprofit organizations that we're going to be involved in will be setting up a Sea Scout post here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Fundraisers such as breast cancer awareness, at-risk youth. Being a veteran, I understand the importance of working with veterans, and I will be setting up programs to assist veterans.
We really need a lot of help and a lot of money. It is not an inexpensive project, but it will save this beautiful sailing vessel.
We're looking for donations, so come and help us restore this beautiful ship.
If you have a passion for beautiful old wooden boats, tall ships, if they reach to your heart like they reach to mine, give us a hand. Wandia is a magnificent work of art, battered by time and circumstance. She is in desperate need of repair. Her hull needs new planking, her rigging needs replaced, and her machinery needs overhauled. While we have volunteers ready to work, we need experts to lead the drive, and they cost money. We will have to pay for the ship's rights, riggers, and mechanics to bring her back to her glory, and we need your help.
We're reaching out in hopes of finding adventurous souls that will help us with the funding needed to make those repairs. Your support is critical to her survival. Her next mission will be to give people from all walks of life an experience of a lifetime, especially those who need it the most. We will target veterans, at-risk youths, organizations that support cancer research, and other worthy causes.
A few days aboard Wandia will change your life forever. It has for us. Please join us in making a difference. Donate now to friendsofwandia.org.
I decided to come help the boat when I was asked because being at sea is the most important thing I've ever done in my life.
Captain, I'm giving her all she's got!